We are looking across the world where we can help people who are marginalized and suffering. We're looking for access for those people to health, education, livelihoods, and we're helping organizations and the people themselves to have a voice, to strengthen their position in those societies.
So many of the target audiences that I work with have got brilliant ideas of how to produce, how to become more effective. They just lack the means of getting there. And to me, this is where volunteers provide them with the necessary skills to get to their end result.
There has been a lot of problems because we did not have any guidelines, any policies in place.
We need somebody who can really advise us how to keep information and all those things.
The biggest challenge of many small organizations like ourselves is finding skilled people to work within the program.
Businesses have top skilled people, and business have core competencies that are very important to change lives of our people in developing countries.
We have strong belief that companies have no reason to exist if they don't add value to the society in which they function. So it was obvious that if we could help in selecting people from all over the world, that would be the perfect match. So that's how we defined in the end that VSO indeed would be the ideal partner for us.
It's a short-term placement where people can actually choose to help a community or non-profit organization on a minimum allowance. And it was for Accenture a very good way to actually encourage our employees to leverage their business and consultancy skills to help our communities and non-profit organizations.
We're looking for IT skills, we're looking for financial skills, we're looking for HR skills, we're looking for fundraising skills. So we're looking for all those skills that make organizations stronger so that people can help themselves.
I wanted to go abroad and gain more experience in the HR field, and for me this was a great way of doing that. As a volunteer I worked for HISA in Namibia. I worked as an HR development advisor. HISA is a local NGO and they're based in one of the townships. They have a school for children who can't go to the normal schools anymore. It's called a bridging school.
Our organization at that time did not have adequate systems. So when Saskia came in, she just jumped in and became part of the team. And the most important part is together we identified the problems and together we charted out the solutions.
I developed some instruments, for example an HR manual, but also contracts and job descriptions. Well, and hopefully they're using those things right now.
I'm here for a fairly short-term placement. My objective is to share as many tips and tricks with my Namibian colleagues in that short period so that they can operate the organization themselves without me, which is basically also what I do back home at Accenture. We work with clients for 3 to 6 months. We help them develop something and then they need to deal with that themselves after we leave.
Within Randstad, I work at strategy, planning and control, so it's a financial department. I'm doing 2 things in Tanzania. So one is the support of the local NGO, improvement in sanitation, water and health and hygiene. And next to that, I'm also working for VSO, doing this project on capacity development, which is a goal in many of the placements and projects where VSO volunteers work in.
Companies are delivering sets of skills which can be very useful if we want to have a follow-up in different projects of VSO. So there will be more sustainability and more continuation of the projects when companies and corporates are feeling engaged in that project.
When I came back from the placement, I learned actually a lot and I was actually able to take them on in my current job. Things such as leadership skills and how to actually motivate large communities of people. And that's something I still use till today.
One very important thing I've learned is to, on the one hand, be flexible about the way people handle things, but on the other hand, also to be persistent.
What I bring back from here to Accenture will probably be that I'm more aware of cultural differences And that would be very applicable in an Accenture context as well, as we work with different companies and different corporate cultures.
A few months after I came back from Uganda, I had a conversation with my manager, and basically she confirmed what I was already feeling about, well, the experiences I brought back.
I think in almost every single way I could see that she had become a more mature person in the way that she handled the interactions with the teams, the interaction with the different operating companies, the different nationalities. That I definitely attribute to her kind of African experience. She had been through a lot, you could see that, and she came out very successful. Yeah.
I have a question.
How people change when they have returned is, of course, that they have been exposed to situations where a lot more improvisation and own initiative was required.
Good morning.
And people then, of course, have a different way of looking at things and look at the bigger picture and come up with more creative solutions. So that for sure makes people stronger.
Is it okay? That way.
This partnership also helps companies recruit talented people. People with the best skills and best expertise are looking for jobs, and companies who do support these initiatives.
For me personally, one of the reasons to join Accenture was actually that they had this program.
What we found is that their engagement satisfaction with the company actually raises up 10 percentage points when they're coming back. And most people stay actually much longer with the company when they actually return than the people who have actually not taken this placement.
You will have your eyes opened on both a professional and a personal level.
This placement is definitely a win-win situation, both for the employee and the company, because it gives an excellent training opportunity for the employees to actually work in multicultural environments. As well, it enhances their corporate brand and image and citizenship. But most of all, it's also a very important win for the community, who actually obtain significant expertise and skills.
One of the most important ways a volunteer has made a difference to Hope Initiative Southern Africa is to help us to create systems within our organizations. We have human resource policy manual as a result of our intervention. We're able to run our human resources better.
Now we've got the database, all the work is easy and no need for us to do manually anymore. The database is supporting our work very much efficiently.
Since the VSO person has been here, attendance has improved tremendously, and that is a boost to the organization. The children are now having people who are committed. It is helping the beneficiaries a lot.
We can work together to make a difference for our local partners in the world. And that is the strength of the Business Partnership Program.